news that £1 billion shilling from the Sports, Art and Social Development Fund has reportedly been used to facilitate the removal of controversial mobile clinics from the National Youth Service Yard in Miritini and has raised eyebrows. Tonight on NTV Sport, we turn our spotlight on the origin of the fund, the administration of the fund, and the precarious state of the sports funding in the country. Universal health projects may be a legitimate way to spend money from the sports fund, but using £1 billion shillings for the transportation of the controversial mobile health clinics comes at a time when there is a financial crisis in sports. For context, £1 billion shillings could run the financially struggling Kenyan Premier League for 10 years, as title sponsors SportPesa were funding the KPL to the tune of 100 million shillings per year. The £1 billion shillings expenditure has brought to the fore the issue of how funds are dispensed from the sports fund. Focus is now on the sports PS Kirimi Kaberia, who is the fund administrator.
We don't have a problem with the setup of the fund. The fund is there. There is a committee in place. We have a problem with the way it's being administered. And our feeling is that the fund administrator is frustrating it.
The main contributors to the fund are betting companies, and with major players SportPesa and Betin exiting the stage, there are fears that the injection into the fund will be reduced. Even before that happens, the betting firm's exit has led to the increased dependence on government funding for sports.
Shughuli ya kutafuta mdhamini huwa inachukua muda pia. Haiwezi kuwa ni mtu anatoka alafu anaingia immediately. Kwa hivyo ni ngumu.
The National Sports Fund was established by the Sports Act number 25 of 2013 to raise funds through, among other things, the sports lottery and disburse the funds for development of sports.
We set up the sports fund in order to be able to bring sports to a new level in our country. There were many challenges, but I pushed it, and we now have it.
First reading.
However, the fund was, through parliamentary maneuvers, changed to the Sports, Art and Social Development Fund, with allocations during the 2019-2020 budget reading speaking volumes. Sports has so far received over £1 billion shillings from the 5.3 billion allocated from the Sports Fund this year. With Safari Rally, Harambee Stars preparation to AFCON 2019, the Magical Kenya Open among the beneficiaries. Sports stakeholders will be awaiting the Auditor General's report with bated breath to see how the rest of the funds were used. With 2020 being an Olympic year, Africa Cup of Nations slated for 2021, and with the IAAF World Under-20 Championship set for next year in the country, the demands for funds for sports in the country is poised to reach fever pitch, and the focus will remain firmly on the administration of the sports fund.